In this video, we're going to be looking at regulated natural monopoly. Here's a standard natural monopoly graph with a downward sloping marginal cost curve and average total cost curve. If a natural monopoly is unregulated, then it will produce at a quantity that is equal to where the marginal cost equals the marginal revenue. And if you dot up to the demand curve and dot over, you can find the price. In this scenario, the unregulated monopoly will make a profit indicated by this shaded box. Now let's say that the government regulated this monopoly so that it had to produce at the socially optimal point, or where demand equals marginal cost. Then it would produce at this quantity and at this price. However, at the socially optimal point, the monopoly will be making a substantial loss and will likely not be able to stay in business. Another possibility is that the government could regulate the monopoly to the point of fair returns, or where the demand curve equals the average total cost curve. At this point, the monopoly will be making zero profit. Now let's look at the effect that a regulation would have on the marginal revenue. If the monopoly was regulated to the point of fair returns, then the marginal revenue would instead start at the price equal to the price at fair returns, continue until that price hits the demand curve, and then would fall and then continue along the regular marginal revenue curve. This is due to the fact that the monopoly would not have to lower the price of each good as the quantity increases, since the consumers will be willing to purchase those goods at that price, since it is lower than the price that they're willing to and able to buy at. In conclusion, an unregulated monopoly is good for the producer as it leads to a profit, but not good for the consumer because not as many people are able to buy. If it is regulated to the socially optimal point, then it's good for the consumer since many people are able to purchase, but it's very bad for the producer as it results in a substantial loss. Therefore, the point of fair returns is the ideal place for a regulation to be set, because it will result in zero profit for the producer and more consumers will be able to purchase than would if it were at an unregulated point.